sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah. Lion's gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, want to get off that darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, but gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down, down. Clear
Here we go, guys. What is going on? Welcome to the live stream. Hope everybody's having a good morning here as the SPY is starting to pop off actually pretty well here. At open, we're seeing some good green candles. Mason said puts printed. There we go. While it is popping off at open and we did get a green candle, it doesn't mean that it's going up all morning. It is actually gapped down, so it's just kind of pointing higher right now, as we can say. Hope everyone's having a good one, though. How we all doing? Monday morning, gotta kick things off right. You guys know how it is. Wow, Mason, that was lucky. Yeah, Mason bought some SPY 519, 593 puts before close on Friday. 30 minutes later, we got that Moody's downgrade. Man, talk about some good news there. There we go. That's pretty insane. Let's go see Tesla here as it pulls back this morning. Tesla gapping down a little bit, not looking like it has the best PA out of the Mag 7. Going back to the Mag 7, we can tell Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google look a lot better than Apple and Tesla. Tesla has that weird print, or else they would look weirder this morning. On the Thinkorswim chart, those weird like glitch prints there. Good morning, Mario. Michael, KO, Black Flower, Tangy, Hunter, Jack, Steve, Toby, Aller. Said Nvidia looks nice. Hell yeah, Nvidia's really good looking. At least they were. You know, they pulled back really quick. Probably like right as you sent that off, but first couple candles were pretty amazing. Apple with the pullback down to 206. They're actually down to pre-market lows, bouncing off the pre-market low at that 206 mark. Weird opening pre-market candle there. Trying to get some comeback going. Hopefully Apple can get it done. I know Tim Cook has been feuding with Trump lately. Wow, Apple looks pretty brutal on the daily. I'm going to remove my drawings. Going to Apple on the daily here, man. They are... This like double top at this resistance around 214 and 215 has been critical. Really starting to turn over hard there. See if it can break over the next few days or so, but I don't know. Doubt it. What's everybody looking at this morning? Ryan says Moody nothing burger. We'll see if it materializes a bit more. So far today, I would say, yeah, nothing. Pretty much nothing. I would have expected a larger sell-off at open myself. That's for sure. Good morning, Woo. Jake Marucio. Gilly. SPY right back above 589 right now, looking pretty solid. 590 is going to be coming into play. Now, 590 is where we are really watching resistance. This is right where the wick was in pre-market. Right where it touched. I also think it's just more of a major level in the short term. 590. If we start to break above there, I could see like 592 coming into play. 591. It seems like in the short term, SPY has a slight resistance at every dollar. 589, 590, 591, 592. And there's like actually decent reactions at all of them. Like seriously, good reactions at like all of them. It's kind of funny. A lot of chop around this range. Of course, a lot of traders are looking for $600 in the short term. Good morning, TJ. Looking through some headlines right now, trying to find some breaking news coming through. Good break, though, with the SPY. I mean, 590 is about to be in play. Very, very close. As far as the breaking news right now, I'm not seeing too much. Hassett had some comments earlier. Apparently, Trump disagrees with Moody's. Am I very surprised there? Personally, not. I know Hassett was saying stuff about Moody's this morning as well. Morning from Japan. Good morning, Michael. Sold my UNH calls. Nice little 150% gain to start the week. That sounds awesome. UNH calls. Very nice. UNH pulled back quite a bit here in open. Bounced very well. If we go out to the daily on UNH, it did pull back above $300 today, which was nice. Starting to come back a little bit here on the daily. Zooming in today. Very interesting price action. Way it dipped and came back now. Slowed down a lot this morning, right around 309. I'm assuming 310 is going to be a large level for UNH. Glad to hear, though, that you did well on the calls. Yeah, it gapped up pretty well this morning. Saw a lot of people happy with it in the Discord today. Major insiders buying up shares cheap. Yup. The new CEO is buying up some shares. I think at like a price of $288, something like that. I literally just closed it like 20 minutes ago. I had it up. Let me see if I can get that link up again. I'm sure I can. Oh yeah, here we go. No problem there. So here's the filing. If we zoom in here, I'll show you the price. Right here, 288.57. 86,700 shares, I guess. Quite a lot. Very interesting, though. We'll see how it ends up playing out with UNH. Moving pretty well this morning, though, back at 306. Probably going to reject a little bit at that resistance, of course. Aller says, do you expect some volatility today? I definitely expect some up and down price action. If you're talking about volatility as in like the VIX popping off, I definitely am leaning more towards that. I'm looking for more of like a move to the downside than I am the upside, but I will say the SPY continues to be resilient, continues to pop up so far today. It did just touch right around 590 though. We'll see if it gonna hold above here or not. I'm definitely leaning more down than I am up here. But hey, if the SPY proves me wrong, then it is what it is, right? If we start to get a good push above 590 like we are now, and especially breaking 591, I'll be shifting a little bit. A lot of resistances here, though. Michael said, damn the premiums on UNH calls. I know it can get expensive. Pretty high price stock at the end of the day. And then, of course, all the craziness right now. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to down some water. Man, is it like allergy season or something? I'm telling you, I think I'm getting some. ASST, Adam says. Michael said they bought the yearly, wondering whenever they get access. Michael, did you check your emails? You should have some instructions in your emails for you, Michael. That's how most people get access. But if you need extra help getting access, shoot me a message on Discord. Please. That will be the easiest way. Damn, you checked? Nothing? Alright. Yeah, shoot me a message. I got you. Or just let me know your email and I'll help you out. SPY 590.50 getting stuck. QQQ up to 517.50 here. Starting to break out pretty well. Tree allergies are bad, Jack said. Really? Gotcha, yeah. Tree allergies. Man, QQQ is ripping today. Going over to NVIDIA. Very nice. 134.50. Let's go to the Mag 7 setup. Overall, a lot of bullishness today. Amazon, Meta, Google, Microsoft, NVIDIA. At least since open, they're nice and bullish. Summer is around the corner. It is. I normally don't notice the allergies like this, though. TMC short squeeze, Zachary said. TMC. The metals company? Man, I don't know that I've ever heard of this one. It is moving, though. You said a short squeeze? Gosh, it's moving. It's been moving for a little while, too. Starting to look great. Morning chill. Yeah, TMC. Never heard of this one, but fantastic price action intraday. Love the action here. Amazon with a lot of great PA. Right around 205 resistance as we speak. $205 coming into play. But a move up to 205.50 though. Not terrible. Good old Tesla. 337. Nice, nice resistance there. Man, excuse me. Allergies are killing me today. My gosh. SPY should have bought that small dip. Yeah, that was pretty small, I gotta say. It was like a decent spot considering the way it was moving, but... I'm still up though, so you're happy? There we go. 591.20. Doing great with the SPY. Not pulling back off resistance at all. Showing that we're getting a lot of good strength back in, which is good. There were some comments about some possible trade deals coming soon. Hopefully those trade deals come sooner than later. I wonder with what countries we'll hear. Hopefully some good influential ones. That'd be nice. Nvidia up to 135.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons.
Nvidia starting to reject back a little bit. Uh-oh. Not the almighty Nvidia. It did get pretty close to resistance here. We'll see if it can get through 135. It might be a tough go to get through there, though. AMD looks pretty solid, trying to hold above 115. Kind of at pre-market resistance, though. Looks a little stronger. Intel dropping off a little bit. What's the name of the song? It's called See You Again, like the letter C, the letter U again. By M-I-K-K. May, M-A-E, Mick May. Maybe it's called Cartoon. I think it's called Cartoon by See You Again. These names are weird. It sounds like by the lyrics, it's definitely See You Again. Tassie 3, it's really holding up at this resistance for Tesla. A lot of rejections, a lot of wick touches here. This is going to be a big area for Tesla to get through if it can get it done. Next killing you? You must have slept weird. That is weird. Sometimes you wake up and it's just like a stiff neck or something. Good morning, Yusus. Good morning, good morning. Come on, Tessie, let's get some stuff going. Nvidia still having problems at 135. See how much it rejects back here. Will we get an actual move or just a... weird drop? Did you get a dust storm? No, I didn't get a dust storm. I got a bunch of tornadoes, though. The tornadoes last week were terrible, man, on Friday. My God. At like 1 p.m., we had tornadoes come through, and it was rough, man. Like, the trees were falling down, and there's, like, twigs and branches and shit all over the yard, and it was pretty insane. I'll show you guys some of this damage here. Look at some of this damage in St. Louis from these tornadoes. This is pretty nuts.
Home after home.
Look at this stuff. This is in the city of St. Louis. Look at this. This is crazy. It was wild. It was wild. We had power lines and trees down at our house. No power for like 9 hours or something. We got lucky to have power pretty quick. Some people didn't even have it yesterday. Still. Kind of wild. Now let's see that dust storm. Let's see what kind of dust storm we got going on. Oh my God. Look at this. Well, the SPY's breaking out. Wow, SPY, new high of the day. 591.50, guys. Breaking out very well. The 592. Let's see. Come on, 592. Bring it on. It's the next big resistance overhead here. Look at this dust storm really quick. Wow. Gosh, Mason, that looks freaky, man. I bet the cars got dirty after that. My gosh. That's nuts. Yeah, it does look like some AI stuff. Cowboys? Yeah, like some cows are flying. Glad you're okay. Thanks, Mar. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Definitely ferocious, Jack. Got some bad ones coming today, AK said. Yeah, I heard about that. There is some bad storms coming today. Even where I am, there's some bad storms set to hit. Next couple days for sure. Spy, very nice pop though. Holding its ground well. Continuing to look solid today. Continuing to look solid. Nvidia is not really too solid. Apple was pretty down in the dumps. But we had a lot of the others like Microsoft, Meta, Google, Amazon looking great. Google looks really good here. On an intraday basis, Google is awesome. This is like the 4th test of this resistance here. I bet a lot of you guys are going to be saying this is a bull flag. Something like that. Looks pretty close to a setup of that nature. If we do get a good break of that resistance, it would be pretty nice to the upside in my eyes. Looks like 167 is a pretty good resistance past here if we start to get the break, but it's actually pretty close to the end of this too. Aller said Tesla's about to break out. Looking awesome. Hell yeah. Very nice moves on the 1 minute. Pretty fantastic, actually. See if I can get through this, though. It's a big level for it. Already rejected there once today. It does look like it wants to break on this second test, but see if I can get through. It'd be a lot better in my eyes to break it to the upside, but we'll see if the bulls can get back in on it. If you guys have not yet seen the new updates, go into the Discord, check out the announcements channel. There were a lot of new updates to the bots. If you guys have not yet seen those, definitely check these out. I was waiting a little while to make sure everybody was joined up and in here this morning to announce it, but the next round of the updates are here. This is only part 1. There are actually more updates in the works as well, but as we can see, the day trading alerts now includes default stop losses. SurgeBot has new built-in features, which is very nice. There's also Hybrid Bot coming out, looking at pop, pull, and go style day trades, calling out pullback setups and things of that nature, which is pretty awesome. And very much more. If you guys want to read through everything, check it out here. Even stuff with like the big money plays, things along that line. So if you are interested, definitely check this out. I will leave the link here in the chat. We do have code Big Money going on right now still for $100 off the yearly. And we are also doing a special lifetime deal right now, which is pretty badass. You can lock it in for $2,500. Just check out this link here down here, and also send me a message on Discord if you're going to buy lifetime. Of course, I want to make sure that you are taken care of. Yeah, definitely shoot me a message there. It's for $2,500, Steve. There is no set time on it, Steve. Shoot me a message, though, if you're interested. I'll take care of you. Hell yeah, Steve. Yeah, just add me as a friend on Discord. I got you. Or you can even email support@stockedup.university as well. If that's easier for you. Yeah, let's go, guys. These bots are badass. The updates are badass. Love to see these stop losses coming out. It's been in the works for a long time. And of course, everything else there as well. SPY, 592 came into play. We got there to the next major resistance. There we go. This is awesome. Great PA today. Checking out NVIDIA again. Coming back up to test at 135 potentially. There is this wick right here that I'm going to be watching very, very close around 134.60. We'll see if it can break back above that or not. This is going to be a big test. 134.60. If it starts to break this, I would not be surprised if the high of day broke. But again, it could reject here pretty well. This is definitely where we've seen some reaction here. Demir's done. Not gonna jinx the gain. Sounds good, Demir. Have a great one. Talk to you later.
You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light, and it might taste bitter when you're answering to God.
Catch some more gains tomorrow.
Me killer,
I like that though. Protecting the gains. Smart.
nothing but a sinner. You won't get
All right, let's do a poll. I'm curious what you guys think about the Moody's downgrade. I gotta hear what your opinion is. What is your opinion on the Moody's downgrade? All right, here we go.
you won't get away.
All right, here we go. There's 4 options for you. What is your opinion on the Moody's downgrade? It's terrible, they are wrong, they might be right, I don't know, or it's all fake news. Let me know what you think. Get your votes in. I want this to be an action-packed poll today. Especially with the SPY popping off. Let's make this poll awesome. The cataract glasses lady. There's a good candle on the SPY. Right up to 593. Bam. That might be that's the largest candle of the day right here. Largest candle of the day, just hitting. Pretty badass. The SPY gets to 593, bucking off the Moody's news. Aller said they are right, but old news. True. They are a little late to the game. Nvidia flying, Aller said. Yeah, helping to fuel the SPY. Right back up to 135. That was awesome. Broke above that slight resistance that we were watching. See if it can get above 135 now. Oh man, my book map's all messed up. Hang on. Let me open up my all stock setup here. There we go. Give that a minute to load. I'm stun locked right now, sitting on my hand. $135 Nvidia. There we go. New high of the day. 135 has broken. Perfect. Perfect by Nvidia. There we go. Market really doesn't care about Moody's. But vote it up. Get those votes in. 23 votes today. I like how fake news is the second most votes. It's pretty funny. Only 23, but got rookie numbers out here, guys.
All right.
Get those likes in while you're voting it up, though. Or if you don't want to vote, at least hit the like. SPY filling the gap possibly today. Yeah. It's filling it very well. It actually, pretty much just filled it. Essentially. Looking at headlines, trying to find some news here. Yeah, Nvidia looking good. 135 still on the break. Holding up well. Holding up very well. Beautiful here. Tesla, beautiful too. 340 breakout. Going over to the book map. Oh yeah, 135 was pretty major here. 315,000 shares before the break. There was 377,000 volume on the breakout there, too. Very nice. Let's go check Tesla. Oh, yeah, 340. Buyers even stacked up at 340 now on Tesla. A little bit are stacking up at 135 on Nvidia. Not a lot, but are a little bit stacking now. Well, they keep coming in and out. See right here how it got dark orange and then now it disappeared. Hey, Tom, how have you been? What's up, Xbox? Good morning, Xbox. Glad to have you here. We're going to have to look at Microsoft for you. Wow, good morning. How's the job been, Xbox? Yeah, been a long time. It feels like it was just yesterday almost. Time flies, man. Citigroup here, 76 bucks. Nice movement back up here today. You been trading or holding any shares or anything, Xbox? Man, this dip has been pretty cool. Very nice PA back here. How's Apple and Zom? Apple today, pretty rough, honestly, compared to many others. They are coming back well. If we look at the daily chart, they just touched a big resistance. I'm waiting to see if we'll end up filling this gap down and then getting a bounce for a breakout back above resistance. At some point here, Apple's going to start to rip back above resistance. The question is when, in my eyes. I think right now is not the worst time to start averaging in on Apple if you want shares. You could average in here around 206. If it does dip and you give yourself some room, you know, you could buy in again around, like, let's say 180, maybe 190. Your average price will probably end up being somewhere around 190. If it does dip down and you end up buying in, unless, you know, it dips a lot and then you have to keep averaging in. But if you're starting to do an averaging in strategy here, I think it's a pretty good time. On Apple now, Zom does worry me a bit. ExxonMobil, they are pretty bearish in my eyes. OPEC Plus has been talking about keeping their output production hikes going and even accelerating them. So it's been something that has been bearish for oil. We can see oil recently moved under key support. So I'm definitely going to be watching for oil to continue down, maybe even break through 55 a barrel. That'll be pretty rough, but it might take a long time to play out, and oil could just get really choppy within here. Wouldn't surprise me too much if it just got real choppy. Oh, you have puts on both. Very nice. Yeah, Zom could be pretty good to the downside. Apple does worry me a bit for you, but it is dipping right now, double topping on the daily. And, you know, the question is okay, when are we going to break this resistance? If resistance breaks, then I would cut. But I like your puts right here. I think you're in the driver's seat considering the turnover starting. That's good to hear. Looking back at the SPY, new high of the day achieved. Breaking out above 593 now a little bit. I have resistance around 593.20, weirdly enough. Just lines up pretty well with Friday. 593.50 lines up very well too. I'm gonna move it up to 593.50 actually. I think it lines up better. Hell yeah, Xbox. Trend analysis dashboard that's likely to fall in the 1 hour. Like it. Yeah, I could see it. SPY coming back. 593.25. Let's go. Where do you think SPY will reach today? I think 595 is going to be a max. I see 594. I don't really see it breaking above the high from Friday. If it does, I would be pretty surprised. I would think that we need some more news to come out to really get it to happen. It definitely could, but yeah, it's something that definitely worries me here. That's for sure. I'm watching these resistances coming up, and SPY's getting pretty overbought intraday. I could see it coming down to retest like 591 or 592 at some point. Yeah, I'm saying 594.50, 595 max. What's the book map on UNH? I'll pull it up. It'll take a second to load though. Go back to NVIDIA. Let's pull up the Mag 7 here. See how things are looking. Google's kind of turning over a little bit. Bit brutal there. You missed the lives. Let's go, Xbox. Yeah, I wish I had you around more, man. It's all good, though. You know, you got to get your work in. Go check out UNH today. On the book map. Looks like 310 has some major resistance there. 52,000 shares stacked up. 308 has 19,000, so 308 to 310, quite a bit. There were some buyers at 300, but they kind of left. We're seeing UNH pop up now a little bit. Look at ACHR on the book map, right? I'll pull it up if that's what you meant. But here's ACHR intraday here. Pulling back quite a bit. Down to $12. It seems like ACHR is trying to find an intraday base around 12. I gotta say, as ACHR pulls back the next couple days, it might create a good buying point, Jeanette. For like a short-term dip buy opportunity. Really not terrible. Hell yeah, Ray. Best confluence ever? That's funny. I do actually have the protein black flour. I went out and bought 2 big tubs of it this weekend that I would not run out anytime soon. I actually already have it pre-made here. We'll do a quick intermission to drink it here soon. QBTS book map. Looking great as it broke 12.65. Here's Archer on that book map, by the way, if you wanted it. It's like 12 had some buyer stacks, so might act as support. Not showing a lot on the Archer book map, though. Oh, yeah, I forgot about QBTS now. There's 14 on QBTS, 69,000 shares. Whoa! As we zoom out, looks like there was a lot of activity here. Under $13. Kind of weird. That's a whole lot, Xbox. Yeah, QBTS. Looks pretty good, though, on an intraday standpoint, too. Looking at the watch list today, it leads the way. That's what I thought. Moderna in third. TTWO, 3%. Timothy said, what does that activity mean, though? Sometimes if you see a lot of activity like that, Timothy, underneath the current price, it can maybe indicate that there's a lot of buyers trying to buy up the stock in the short term. Now, we can see some selling activity overhead at 14 and 15, but like in between, like we're just not seeing like all these stacks like we are down here. So it's a bit strange, almost like, you know, like a lot of people have share orders stacked up down here. And what it does is it makes you think, okay, like, obviously there's a lot of buyers underneath. There's not a lot of sellers overhead. So you can maybe look at that and say, like, okay, as QBTS starts to rise, you know, there's not really too much resistance to maybe hold back some of this buying, right? And if we do get a dip, you can maybe look at some of these as, like, some big areas where you could be potentially buying up intraday. Like, let's say once we get to like 12, 12.20, 12.50, we start to see all those buy orders stacked up. So it can be like, okay, well, that might be an area where we look for like maybe an intraday bounce. Something along those lines. But that's how you can kind of use that to your advantage. Of course, what I like to do with the book map is, let's say that we're seeing some good breakouts. I like to identify where like there's a lot of buyers and sellers stacked up to help me with like targets to the upside. Like, let's say I'm day trading something like Nvidia, right? And I'm just going to randomly pick one out. Let's say we're trading Nvidia, and let's say we're trying to trade the 136 breakout. Okay. So I'll look at Nvidia. We see 136, a pretty good stack here, 222,000 shares. There's some more at like 136.50, 137. We can tell 140 though is like the real overhead resistance. So, you know, if we're like looking for like a real intraday target, 139, 140 is where the real sellers start to come in. So that'll be kind of like a max target up there where we start to look for like a major resistance if we do continue to the upside, if you are trading it. Of course, these levels stacked up, they can confuse people quite a bit, because a lot of people, they get this false sense of thinking that because there's like, let's say, sellers at 343 here on Tesla, they think that Tesla like can't get through 343, for example, where there will be breakouts above 343 for sure. You know, there will be times where that happens. 100% these areas will break. And the reason is that orders in the moment matter the most. Orders in the moment matter the most. You know, if we have like a bunch of market orders hitting all at one time, it might wipe out a lot of those limit orders that are stacked up there. Did a good entry point for ACHR now. Are you talking about specifically for a day trade? I need some more specifics there, but generally not a bad time. If you're looking at a day trade, I would be pretty concerned. It is trying to hold support. If it continues to hold support, you'll be okay. But if it starts to break below here, you're going to have to cut. So the risk reward's pretty good, but I think your chances to win are fairly low here. Not my favorite intraday setup. Ray said, Tom, I seen on the new suggested stops for high-risk scalps. It says the stop for the stock price, not the option. How does one know where to set the option stops at? Well, you can kind of actually, you can tie it to the stock price. What you can do is you can go plot your option. So, like, let's say that you're looking at a certain option, like, let's just randomly look at the first call out today. NVAX, okay? Note how it says tight stop 8.04. Riskier stop 8.04. So what you would do then is essentially, and we can tell 8.04 was like very nice support in pre-market. So I can see exactly why the bot called that out. It was a great spot for a stop loss there. What you can do is you can go plot that option and you can say, okay, the last time that the stock moved, like let's say 20 cents, how much did the option move, right? And you can say, okay, if the stock moved 20 cents and the option moved, let's say $20, it's about $1% then. So you can actually do it that way if you wanted to do it, or you can just manually watch the play. And if you see, let's say, in this case, Novavax break under 804, then you sell. So it's not like you necessarily have to have it like super tied to like the option price, but like you need to just manually stop out though as it gets there. But I would say like if you wanted to go plot it, you can just go plot the option, go see how it moved that day, go say, okay, you know, did the stock as the stock moves up, how much did it move up? As it dropped, how much did it drop? And then maybe just try to calculate it out there as best as you can. It might not be perfect, but you can get it pretty close generally. That's what I do a lot. I've definitely done that a lot, and it's not terrible. It gives you stop losses on that side of things. Alert does not tell you where to sell overhead necessarily. Granted, we always say to scale out to minimize the risk of missing out and also to just protect your position the best way possible. You don't want to be holding and hoping for 100% every time. You know, that's not going to work. You're going to need a scaling out type of strategy that you're using, but we also like to look at support and resistance, the book map, lots of other things to help figure out where to possibly exit. Of course, all traders have different strategies though. Some people like to exit sooner, some people like to exit later. So, kind of dependent on that. I wouldn't just look at the delta, Ray. I would do what I said. I would do it exactly the way I said it. I wouldn't do it any other way. I wouldn't look at delta. I wouldn't look at anything. I would go plot it. I would see how much it moved that morning, how much it moved, and try to plot it that way. That's what I do. I can't tell you any other way, but what's up, Tashana? Yeah, for sure, Ray. You can plot the option. Here, look. Let me pull that one up again. Like, let's go plot it up. Dot NVAX 25 05 23 C10. Bam. All right, here's our option. Here's NVAX plotted today. Delta might help you with your calculation, but honestly, I think it would be a lot quicker just to go really quickly plot it and just check it. Okay, so like we watch some pops here. We're like, okay, we have this 1 minute candle at 8:31. The option went up about 40%. The option moved 40% there on that 1 minute candle. So let's go see how much the stock had in that 1 minute. The stock moved up 3% in that 1 minute. So we can tell that those options are pretty volatile. Firstly, right off the bat, pretty volatile. Very cheap in price, 0.23. Might be a bad example because it's a very cheap one, but I think it gets the point across. So you can then tell how much options movement comes here on these dips, like 30% drops, you know, on similar moves with the stock. So it can kind of show you there how it's moving in comparison to that chart. But the main thing is you can really just stop out on the stock itself. Like, you don't have to like be so married to like the option price. You know, you could just do like a quick limit order whenever the stock gets to that price, etc., and just manually stop out. That's what I do. Yeah, it essentially is kind of Ray, but it's not going to be the same way, though. And I think it'll mess you up if you look at it that way. So I would just go plot it and look, man. I understand what you're saying. Trust me, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I would not do it that way. I think it's not going to work out for you the best. And I would also go, I would just, like I said, watch the stock and just manually stop out. The main thing is that you just can't over leverage. If you're watching the stock price and like, let's say the option goes down 50%, right? That might blow your mind if you're not used to that type of stuff. So and what that means is that then you're going to have to enter lighter, you know, so that you're not like, let's say, blowing up your account, losing 50% whenever you're used to losing 20% or 10% or something like that. It will make your stops a little bit wider sometimes, and you might have to account for that on your position sizing on the entry. All right, guys, give me 1 second. We're gonna do a quick intermission here. Gonna go drink my protein really quick, check on my daughter, and be right back. While I'm gone, destroy that like button, guys. Let's go. Get it up. I'm gonna throw up the Mag 7 chart. Destroy that like, though. Appreciate you. Vote up in the poll. And hey, don't forget about the new bot updates. Check out the link I'm sending. Use code BIGMONEY for $100 off the yearly. Haha, good point, Tiger Woo. I appreciate you, mister. Thank you, Woo. All right. What is up? We are back. If you know, you know. Hell yeah. Tiger Woo saved me today. There was probably a 50-50 chance it was going to happen again. Mason was probably betting on it in the background with Chase or something. What do we think about the White House starting a reality show? I could see this administration getting their ratings up. Starting a reality show. That would be pretty funny. I would find that pretty hilarious. Those are always funny. I remember when Trump was president the first time, he used to do these weekly updates, weekly administration updates, where he would talk about everything that he was doing. He ended up stopping those a little while in, but I used to love those back when he did that during his first term. I'm sorry, but that's absolutely disgusting and pretty inhumane. It would be like the Hunger Games, but for American citizenship. Any sellers stacked up for SPY, Martin said. SPY doesn't usually show too much. It's more about momentum than where we see stacks on Bookmap here. Yeah. It's more about momentum here rather than the stacks. How's everybody doing? It just gives off America supremacy vibes and everyone else is subhuman. Philip, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Sorry, my man. I didn't mean to say anything that got your... Oh, the reality show? Oh. Well, I didn't think they'd be, like, killing each other like the Hunger Games or anything, but... I got you. Don't worry. That would never happen, Philip. That would be so silly. I wonder what it would be like. Could you imagine the Biden administration's reality show if they had one? Oh my God. That would be really funny. I'd love to see that one over Trump's, actually. I want to see, like, Hunter doing crack and stuff. That would be so funny. His would be better than Trump's, actually, now that I think about it. Hybrid bot, sniper bot, SM bot, the Krusty Krab pizza. What? That threw me off, Xbox. People are probably like, what is going on right now? All right, Tesla pulling back under 340, actually. Pretty big resistance here. This is pretty crazy. Tessie back under 340, my gosh. Moving down towards 338.50. Oh, I see what you mean, Philip. Like, we are District 1. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could see that. It would be like, yeah, like I could see that. Like some Empire shit from Star Wars even. Krusty Krab pizza. Speaking of pizza, how's PZZA? Papa John's. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they brought back their Shaq-a-Roni pizza. I love the Shaq-a-Roni pizza. And they brought it back, and now I'm going to be getting it again. Hell, I might even get it tonight. You know what? I'm making the call now. Tonight's Shaq-a-Roni night. I'll tell you what, the daily chart really isn't that bad. Like, as far as, like, where it is now, it looks like it's trying to come up and maybe base a little bit. It's, been on quite the downtrend, I'll say. Papa John's pizza. I'll have to look into this one a little bit. You know, Domino's is recovering up now. This stock has been known to be pretty consistent over the years. I know since, like, 2021, it has been pretty choppy. But, you know, like, whenever I first started trading, like, this stock was very consistent, especially into, like, 2020, 2022, 2023. A really amazing PA started coming in. When I first started, I mean, it was going bananas. It was, like, went from, like, 80 up to, like, 280 in 2 years. Pretty insane for a pizza chain, right? Domino's. But I do like this daily chart setup. Like, they're testing this top again already. A lot of times whenever we see, let's say, a triple top like this, and the third test comes this quickly off of a confirmation, we start to see some good movement. Is it just me, or does this look like a face? This... That just happened to work out really good. I'll tell you, it starts to look really bad sometimes whenever I, like, do, like, a third circle. Sometimes it starts to look a little risque, but... We've had to even, like, do edits on videos and stuff because the drawings would start to look a little risque like that. Like, you know, I'd be, like, doing, like, a circle like this, and then I would go, like, oh, yeah, you know, this range is awesome, you know? It got a little... We had to have quite a few edits, we'll say. Quite a few edits before. Total accidents, too, you know, but... It happens in drawing, I guess. QQQ 522 resistance coming up here. Usually happens on head and shoulders patterns is where it really comes into play. Gotta be careful. 522 on the NASDAQ. Let's go! Smash that sub. Love it, Mason. Yeah, smash it up. You better do it because I'm paying lots of money for this guy to tell you it's time.
It's time!
See, if he says it's time, okay? NVIDIA breaking down, IMOL said. NVDA? Wow, it really is. It broke above that 135 resistance earlier, ran up to the high of day, rejected pretty hard. I gotta say, that rejection back down is pretty tough. Pretty brutal to see. $30 Jimmy John subs. There we go. Yeah, 30 more subs. That's all we need. 520 on QQQ. I gotta say, Jimmy John slaps. I like it. Tangy Man says, oh, yeah. Well, I gotta say that Jersey Mike's and, like, other real, like, deli places definitely destroy Jimmy John's. But I gotta say, Jimmy John's is pretty good. I don't necessarily love it a lot more than Subway. I think they're about even in my book. I would choose Subway more, though, if I had to pick, personally. If I had to pick between Jimmy John's and Subway, I would pick Subway. But, of course, Jersey Mike's destroys all of them. But I like doing my custom stuff at Subway, you know. Firehouse subs, oh, they're pretty good too. Mike's Way? Mike's Way, that sounds cool. Do you guys want to know the funniest part? I don't think I've ever even been to a Jersey Mike's. That's probably the craziest thing you guys have heard here on the stream this morning. Really though, Newsmax coming back alive, yeah. But I eat at a lot of places that are local that claim to be just like Jersey Mike's, so I just support my local people, but no, I haven't had cousins either. What's that, Thick? I saw you said, and make a new Texas stock exchange in Dallas. That sounds pretty crazy. I have heard of that before, Thick, potentially. I believe I've heard some articles or some talk or something along the lines of that, but I'm not totally sure there. Haven't heard about it in a long time either. Really, Steven likes Firehouse subs too, man. Newsmax ripping. There's always a good food debate going on in the chat. Go check Boeing real quick. Pullback City. Tesla trying to bounce off support. 338.50. Holding up pretty well, I'd say. A lot better than most here today. Good old Tessie. Go check on Nvidia, and then go switch over to some growth stocks here. QBTS, still at the top of the watch list of 18%. It is pulling back a little bit, but not bad in reality.
Give me reasons to down, try to keep me down, but I'll put the
flame out, you can't get to me. Throw your sticks and your stones, go break all of my bones. You won't ache my soul, you can't get to me.
TTWO is up 3% today. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. Looking at the daily, they're doing pretty well.
Shoot me down the fire away, away. But I'm a heavyweight.
Not bad at all. Not bad on the daily. We like Take Two Interactive. You guys still think that Grand Theft Auto is going to be okay? Grand Theft Auto 6? Are you guys giving up on it yet? Looking at the daily here, man. Bitcoin. Yeah, holding its ground.
Push me down to the ground. What goes around comes around. You won't put the flame out. You can't get to me. Say what you want to say. Go take it all away. But I'm here to stay. No, you can't get to me.
Daily looks pretty solid. The 5-minute coming up well, like you said. Let's go check MicroStrategy. Held its ground pretty well. It's good to see. Good to see for them. How about Coin? Nice. It's pushing up towards 270 resistance. Coin has a lot of good momentum back up too with Bitcoin intraday. Actually, really solid. They said, what does the last number mean after the put? Let me go check that out. I believe that's the price of the option at the time. It should be. Maybe I'm wrong. BTC's coming back up, Ryan said. Definitely is today. Coinbase following along well. Coinbase up to 267. Jeanette said his SPY lost its momentum. It's moving down pretty well here. 591.50 coming into play. Yep, the number at the end represents the current price for the underlying option. There's some more info on it in the Getting Started channel, Michael. But yes, it is the current price for the option. Citigroup rejecting $76. Go check Bank of America. How about UNH? Gap filling, Kevin said. UNH seems kind of stuck today. Very stuck. Go Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir. All pullback city. AMD down quite a bit under 115. Oh no. Kind of massive there. Starting to get brutalized. Has SPY lost its momentum, Jeanette asks? I wouldn't say totally. It seems like it's coiling, Jeanette. It definitely lost its momentum right now if you're trying to, like, really scalp it. But the thing is it seems like it's really coiling. Kind of channeling in this, like, little range. We'll see if it can start to get some better action here following this coil. I wouldn't say the momentum's totally dead yet, though.
The world has been broke down. The world is just announced. Final time is now. The final time to bow. But I will not get down. For you can't force me now. Awakening is clear. I could show you how. I could show you how to fight them. I could show you how to defeat them now.
UNH gap filling. I know you said that earlier, but checking back in, UNH is pretty popular in the short term. AMD is as well. Going back to the watch list. Plug Power's up 7%, but they have been dying recently, so no wonder they're up. Yeah. Up to 83 cents. Can you believe it?
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame.
Go check out X US Steel. Haven't looked at this one in a while. Just noticed it on the watch list though. Couple big money plays on this one recently. It's been very slow and choppy here at resistance. A lot of bad talks with their deal with Nippon. Unfortunately, a lot not being allowed to go through. Will UNH go back and test 280s again? That would be pretty cool. If we could get another drop like that, I'm sure it would create a lot of intraday opportunities. I'm personally not looking for that yet today. I'm watching more for $300 to keep holding up. And UNH to possibly move higher. I could be wrong. If we do end up breaking under like 298, I would start to lean towards 280. More like 289 to 290 at first, but I do think that there will be a pullback at some point here, but I think we could get more of a pop in the short term before a big pullback like that. How small of a scalp will be worth it in general? Seems like micro futures would be better for risk given options premiums. I'm dense sometimes. Please help me understand. How small of a scalp would be worth it? Man, that's a really hard thing to say, honestly. It kind of depends, I guess, on your account. If you have to start playing cheap options because you can't afford the larger options, then I wouldn't really go too crazy. I guess I'm a little lost there, Steven. What's your opinion on a Tesla pop, pull, and go, Isaac said. Tesla pop, pull, and go? It looks pretty solid right now as it's starting to hold 338. I like the way you're looking at it. I like the potential. Do I think that Tesla could end up breaking down? I think it's possible. But I like the way you're looking at support here, and honestly, it's not a bad setup for it. It's pretty solid. It formed a good base. Can the base give out? For sure. It always can. But I would say looks pretty good. Risk reward solid here. Very nice. SPY's trying to hold its base and even pop back up. I wouldn't even be surprised to see SPY, break out to a new high of the day sometime soon off of this coil. Especially now if it holds again at 592, it'd be perfect. Good confirmation. Sound down 8% today. Is it SoundHound AI? Yeah, it is. Down to around 10.20. Looking at the daily chart. Pullback city. Resistance 12 to 1250 on Sound. Wow, yeah, big pullback coming in. You think Newsmax is going to pull back NMAX? At some point, for sure, probably. Let's see where it's at now. 26. This could be the start of a larger pullback for Newsmax. It's pretty hot. Newsmax, whenever it runs, can have some really good momentum. The last time it pulled back was closer to 2650. So I would expect more of a pullback around there. But at the end of the day, Newsmax is going to be tough to trade to the upside. And if you're still holding it up, I would probably start to scale out here at minimum. It could turn around pretty quick. On this little dip, though, if it dips down much more than this, it's going to be brutal. Hopefully this is all it dips and it starts to hold its ground well. How far will Netflix pull back? Netflix could pull back pretty hard. I would think a test of like 1175 could be in the cards. That's what I would look for right now. Is like an 1175 test back down. I don't think I would target much more than that. Not really, Jake. There's really not much data coming up. There's a few Fed speakers, but really nothing that crazy. No problem, Dexter. What are your thoughts on LLY? Eli Lilly. Looking at the daily of LLY, big support down around 680 to 700. It has bounced recently around 710 to 712. Looking at the 15-minute chart, pretty good resistance. Moody's thing was kind of out of the blue. It definitely was, yeah. 100% out of the blue. At least for us retail traders, it was. The good news is that the SPY is bucking it off, coming all the way back. Look at the SPY actually holding its base extremely well. Looks awesome. I think the SPY will probably end up pushing the high of day, if not even making a new one here. But I do have to run this morning. It's about that time, but I hope everybody has a great rest of their trading day. We're seeing the SPY hold its ground well. If the SPY starts to break under this range, definitely have some cause for concern in the short term. You might need to switch even to the bear side on a quick intraday level. That low here, 591.50, 592 will be important to continue to hold. No problem, Xbox. Thanks for joining up. Thanks to everybody for being a lurker and joining up on the lives, of course, every morning. I'll be live again tomorrow. Don't forget, we do have the new updates with the bots. If you have never been in the trading floor, now's the time to join. Check it out. Just try it out for a month. If you like it, then try out the yearly. Hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your day, though. Hell yeah, Jake, shoot me a message on Discord. I'll give you some more info. All right, guys, have a great one. Walk away in the green today. Don't forget to scale out.